The alien settlement of Horizon trembled as the massive ship broke through the atmosphere. Red-hot friction lit up the twilight sky, casting eerie shadows across the collection of domed structures that housed 5,000 colonists from the Vex Collective. Captain Mira, leader of the settlement's security force, observed the approaching vessel through specialized field glasses. Her pale blue skin prickled with nervous energy as the ship's trajectory became clear. It was heading directly for their landing pad. "Initiate emergency protocols," she ordered, her dual hearts pounding against her chest cavity. "Unknown vessel incoming." The settlement's alarm blared, a pulsing tone that sent the colonists scrambling to their designated safety zones. Mira's second-in-command, Officer Tark, approached with an expression of dread. "Scanners confirm the worst," Tark reported, his voice barely audible over the alarm. "It's a human vessel." Mira's stomach nodded. In their 3 decades of space exploration, the Vex had heard the stories, brutal tales of human expansion, of their ruthless efficiency and technological prowess, despite being such a young species. Worlds that resisted human contact often disappeared from communication networks. The Vex Collective had wisely chosen to establish colonies far from known human territories. Until now. How did they find us? Mira whispered more to herself than to Tark. "We're 50 light-years beyond the established borders." The human ship continued its descent, now slowing considerably as landing thrusters engaged. It was smaller than Mira had anticipated, perhaps a scout vessel, rather than a colony ship or warcraft. That offered little comfort. Human scouts were known to be heavily armed. "Should we prepare the defensive measures?" Tark asked, his hand hovering near his sidearm. Mira hesitated. Their defensive measures consisted of little more than mining explosives and basic energy weapons designed for wildlife protection. Against human military technology, they would be laughably inadequate. "No," she decided. "We'll meet them peacefully, trigger the language harmonizers, and prepare the diplomatic contingent." Tark looked like he might protest, but nodded curtly instead. The human vessel was unlike any ship Mira had seen in the educational archives. It lacked the brutal, angular design typical of human warships, instead, featuring smooth contours and what appeared to be civilian markings. As it touched down on the landing pad, a cloud of dust billowed outward, momentarily obscuring her view. When the dust settled, Mira led her team of 5 security officers toward the ship. They were unarmed, a decision she hoped would not prove fatal. Behind them, the settlement's diplomatic team followed at a cautious distance. A seam appeared in the hull of the human vessel, widening into a rectangular doorway from which a ramp extended to touch the ground. Lights illuminated the interior of the opening, and then a figure emerged. The human was tall, though not as towering as the story suggested. It wore what appeared to be a standard environmental suit rather than battle armor, its face visible behind a transparent faceplate. Mira corrected herself, recalling her xenobiology lessons, raised both hands in what she recognized as a universal gesture of peace. "Greetings," the human called out, his voice amplified through external speakers. "I am Captain Tom of the independent human vessel, Pathfinder *. We come in peace and request emergency landing rights." Mira's translator processed the human language, transmitting the message to her neural implant. She stepped forward. "I am Captain Mira of Horizon Settlement. Your request for landing has been preemptively honored." She gestured to the ship already situated on their pad. "May I ask the nature of your emergency?" The human, Tom, seemed to relax slightly. "Engine malfunction. We've been limping through this sector for 3 weeks. Your settlement was the first sign of civilization we've encountered." More humans emerged from the ship, just 6 in total. None appeared to be carrying visible weapons, though Mira knew humans had perfected concealable armaments centuries ago. "We were unaware of any Vex settlements in this region," Tom continued. "The Collective's maps don't show colonization this far out." "That was intentional," Mira admitted. "We are a research outpost studying stellar phenomena unique to this sector. Our presence is not widely broadcast." What followed surprised Mira more than the human arrival itself. Captain Tom nodded understanding and proceeded to describe. in technical detail the nature of their engine failure. He requested permission for his engineer to make repairs using their settlement's fabrication facilities, offering fair trade in the form of rare minerals and star charts. No demands, no threats, no sign of the legendary human aggression. Over the next 3 days, as repairs progressed, Mira observed the humans closely. They worked efficiently, but without the cold precision she had expected. They laughed often, shared meals with curious Vex technicians, and expressed genuine interest in the settlement's research. On the evening before the human departure, Mira found Tom standing alone at the settlement's observation dome, gazing at the unfamiliar constellations. "Your people are not what we expected," she admitted, joining him. Tom smiled faintly. "The galaxy is full of old stories about humans, some true, many exaggerated. Yet you don't seem troubled by them." "Fear is the expected response to the unknown," Tom replied. "We've learned that most civilizations respond to us with caution. It's why our ships now bear the words, 'Do not fear,' human vessel landing in 17 galactic languages." Mira blinked in surprise. "I didn't notice that. It's on the underside. A bit dramatic, I suppose, but it's helped prevent misunderstandings." The following morning, as the Pathfinder prepared for departure, Mira watched the technicians complete final checks. The humans had repaired their vessel and, true to their word, had shared valuable resources in exchange for the settlement's assistance. As Tom boarded his ship, he turned to Mira one last time. "Perhaps next time, our meeting won't begin with emergency protocols and alarm sirens." Mira found herself smiling. "Perhaps. Safe journey, Captain." The human vessel rose into the sky, its hull gleaming in the morning sunlight. As it shrank to a distant speck, Mira thought about the stories that would now spread through the Vex Collective, not tales of human aggression, but of unexpected cooperation. And on planets across the galaxy, other civilizations would continue to tremble at the sight of approaching human ships, unaware that sometimes the most fearsome reputations hide the most surprising truths.